feel good to have Wade back out there? And just how comfortable did you think he looked when he was out on the court?
Yeah, I hate that he had to miss his first game ever. I think in hindsight, you never know, but I think in hindsight, the rest was probably right. Not only prior to the Houston Christian game, but also going into the Christmas break. Yeah. He brings not just his talent, but he brings some calmness to our group. And I also think he makes the other players on the floor better. And I think that was pretty evident today.
For just how prolific he's been for you guys. Kind of crazy to believe that was his first double-double. Is that right, Brad?
That is correct.
Yeah, and I think that I think it was Zoo's first double-double for us. I'm sure he did it before he got here. I thought we were pretty efficient other than our turnover rate. I thought there were some gaps, mostly in the first half, a little bit of stretch in the second half. We were a little too casual, but I thought our free throw rate was really good. I thought there was some poise. You know, how they play defensively from a human nature standpoint makes you want to be individualistic. And I thought our staff did a good job of preparing our guys for how they play. Really physical, always going at the ball, whether it's on the bounce or the pass. I thought there was some maturity by not just four, but multiple guys.
Obviously, staying with Wade Taylor here, talking about his double-double, but his efficiency plus 36 while he's on the floor. Like you mentioned, that one game, it felt foreign not to have him out there. Just can you talk about what he brings to the game?
Yeah, not just Houston Christian. Last Tuesday last Monday, the Monday before Christmas, was the first time he had never practiced. And so we practiced 3 times before we played Houston Christian, and those were the first 3 practices. So it was, in essence, one full work week of 4 not being with us. And not just me as the head coach, it was different for everybody, right? Other than H, every player here, 4's never missed. So H is the only person that's been here as a player that's ever played when somebody not named Wade Taylor is the point. That's or practiced, and obviously we've practiced a lot more than we played. So we got back to work on Thursday morning, and he was fine. And I was curious how his body would handle the first full work day. He was a little tender / maybe sore on Friday, and but he was even better on Friday. And so, yeah, it's super efficient. Super efficient.
Henry only played 5 minutes. Is he all right?
Yeah, did you see? Did you see him when Mo got fouled?
Mm-mm.
You know how our guys all run over there, they stay down, they all go over there. I guess he twisted his ankle.
Okay.
Not in
I
live
was wondering
play.
what had happened.
Yeah, and I called the subby men at one of the ATOs, and they were like, "Coach, he's not on the bench." And I was like, "Where is he?" They say he twisted his ankle. I didn't see it.
Okay.
And then we got on the floor. I said, "What happened?" He said, "I fell." And I go, "I didn't see you fall." He goes, "Because the ball was out of bounds." So it's probably not something he wants me to say.
Think he's gonna be all right?
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
All right.
I think he'll be all right.
You know, obviously there's a lot more to the game today than just the action on the court, particularly the Buzz's Bunches crew. Just, you know, especially just the national anthem performance, and what did that all mean today, just beyond the game?
Yeah,
So,
none of this is from a selfish nature. It's the only thing that has my name associated with it, no matter where we've lived. And so Corey and I started it 18 years ago. Our children have been a part of it throughout most of their entire lives. Thousands of families, not just the ones in College Station. That's why we pay honor in the logo each place that we've been. That's the second year in a row a Buzz Bunch member has been a part of the national anthem. But it was the first in 18 years. I think this was the 33rd Buzz Bunch game in our career. It's the first time it was nationally televised. And I say this in the right tone of voice, Brandon is blind. And so sound is one of his gifts. And he only knows of our team through the Buzz Bunch camps and the Buzz Bunch games. But when we play, he listens to the radio. So Coach Thornton and Monaco are his heroes. And so one of his requests in this was that his national anthem be on the radio. Typically that's not. So we were able to figure that out, which I think is really cool. It's something I'll always remember. And the first nationally televised Buzz Bunch game ever, the second year in a row a Buzz Bunch member was a part of the national anthem. And then all of the families wherever we have lived get that same shirt. And so I anticipate there were hundreds of other people not in attendance that were able to see it or hear it, which is cool too.
Coach, 11-2 in non-conference play, starting that slate January 4th. Is there anything you learned, maybe you didn't know, but anything you learned about your team in the first 13 games this year?
I really enjoy being around them. I love kids and I love old people, and I'm not really good with people my age, but I think it's the depth of the relationships with the young adults. I think it's the depth and the continuity of the relationships with the old adults. And I think it's the mixture of the two. I do not think that we're the best team with the most talent or the best coaches. I do think we've played a hard schedule. I do think that has forced us to grow and mature and be held accountable per day over the last 9 weeks. But what I've really grown to admire is who they are, how their parents raised them, how consistent they are, how much they care about the things that I think still matter in life on and off the floor, how they still listen even though they know more than I know. I think that bond of all of those things that I just said, I think everybody's excited to come to work. And I don't think it matters what time the work starts or how long it lasts. I think that there's lifelong relationships when none of us are coaching or playing. They'll be best men in each other's weddings. They'll name their children after one another. I think it's like things that you read about in a book. I don't think it's things that you tweet about. I think it's a lot of intangible things that you feel. And I think that it's special, and I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Sure seemed like CJ was feeling it there in that first
Yeah, we were
half.
trying a couple of things that we've been working on over the break. I don't know that it'll ever work out that good, but it was a good start to the experiment, and the kids were all on board. I had told 4 of them prior to this morning what my thought was mathematically. And I was asking them what their thoughts were before I even told CJ. And yeah, it looked pretty good.
All right, take care. Okay.
Thank you, guys.